It has been less than 12 days, and spot XRP ETFs are now worth more than $500 million. I'm going to give you some more background and details. Also, we learned that the UK is planning to regulate cryptocurrencies and that Ripple and XRP will be the first to do so. The tether grade is now low, and there are gaps in the information given. What does this mean for the USD? I also added some Bitcoin news near the end. Let's check in with XRP though. Everyone has a wonderful break. Please stay safe on your trip, and thanks for hanging out and learning with me while we're here. Chad says that when Bitcoin ETFs came out, before XRP ETFs came out, Bitcoin went down and didn't take off for months. I agree with what Chad said. It wasn't very busy around the time that Ethereum ETFs and some Bitcoin ETFs went public, but the price really took off when more and more spot XRP ETFs came out. And you start to wonder what will happen when we get a few more, like 2 or 3 more spot ETFs. What will happen to demand, and how will that change things? Some say that XRP worth $600 million to $800 million has been bought off of over-the-counter OTC dark pools. Jake Claver has said that he thinks there are about 1.6 or 1.5 to 2 on these over-the-counter OTC desks. So how do they get more XRP once that amount is gone? Ripple is one answer. One reason is that they would have to get that XRP from the exchanges where we buy and sell things. That's what we really want. Our goal is for ETF sellers to buy on the open market. That's how this price increase will happen. But there are a lot of things going on behind the scenes that are making me even more optimistic. Yesterday's live show was great. Almost 3,000 people came to hang out. I tried to answer all the questions I could. A lot of people are really excited, and that makes me feel good. And right now is a really amazing time to be alive. Know all of this and keep learning and growing. That's what I think is most important for all of us here. Coinbase is the main place where asset managers store their XRP. It will look like a lot of XRP is being sent to Coinbase. This means they are putting it somewhere cold. This is where we're seeing the most growth. Coinbase. That's great to see. Having some extra knowledge here, take a look. There are $296 million in Canary, Bitwise, Franklin, and Grayscale. I'm just giving you a little extra information here. When we get the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, things could get really exciting for people who own XRP. After that, look at this. Take a look at how much Franklin Templeton's XRPZ changed hands in 1 minute, $7.9 million. Finally, some pretty big institutional money is coming in. It feels good too. Right, so this is the most up-to-date full picture I can give you, right? These are the facts as I see them on the ground. There are now 4 live US spot XRP ETFs. They have a little more than $600 million to $650 million in assets right now. Based on a price of XRP of around $2, they have about 325 million XRP, though this could be more or less based on the deal they made. They might have a little more, but we're pretty close to those numbers. They hold about 200 million XRP units between them, which at the current price amounts to low hundreds of millions of XRP. This means that they are in charge of 600 million XRP. Of course, the number of XRP assets will likely change every day as new units are created, redeemed, and the price of XRP changes, but the data we have now gives us a good idea of the range. So these numbers are always going up and down, hopefully for the better, right? The next piece of information is about Rex Osprey. It manages about $100 million in asset. That's about $250 million to $300 million for Canary Capital. There isn't much here about Franklin Templeton and Grayscale. That's not very much, only about 12 million so far. And these numbers see the technology behind Ledger is more than just strong protection. On every device, there was a screen that couldn't be changed that was directly linked to the secure part that checks your activities. There should be no backdoors, fakes, or weaknesses. With their new proof of identity system, your online life is even safer from AI deepfakes and phishing efforts. All of this works with Ledger Live without any problems, giving you full control over 5,500 assets, direct staking, swaps, and access to the whole DeFi world. But technology isn't the only thing that makes security real. Because Ledger is known for being open, trustworthy, and innovative, it is at the center of a worldwide movement. From casual investors to world-class businesses and artists, the brand stands for bravery, ownership, and freedom, giving you the tools you need to build and protect your own financial future anywhere. When it comes to protecting your digital assets like XRP and NFTs, Ledger is still the best. They have added new signers and formed new partnerships to keep your value, identity, and data safe as the Internet of Value becomes more popular. Ledger should be your crypto guardian if you care about safety, technology, and real power. Protect the future one wallet at a time with millions of other people. I even keep some of my XRP safe with Ledger. It's always been my pocketbook. I am so excited to tell you all of this. Just below the title is a link to all the best deals on the newest Ledger goods. The Black Friday sale at Ledger has begun. You can save up to 50% on some things and get up to $90 in Bitcoin for other things. Their tech has gotten better over the years, which is really cool to see. This is how I keep most of my XRP safe. Prior to beginning my work with Ledger, I had been doing this for a long time. Check out the page that Ledger made just for me. Pick up a wallet or any other tech item for yourself or a family member this holiday season if you want to help the channel in any way. Right now is the best time to buy Ledger. Now let's get back to the topic. Hello. Okay, the 21-share XRP ETF is being hailed as bigger in the XRP community because it has crypto experts with a track record of making billions of dollars in Bitcoin and Ethereum. ETFs attract crypto investors first, while Franklin Templeton focuses on traditional finance. They may have paid Apex Crypto Insights to push 21 shares over the rest of them, so this could be like an ad. I'm not sure, but hey, everything is fine. The November surge is capped by launch timing and momentum. Franklin Templeton's debut on November 24th is the last boss, and experts expect 500 million in flows from its size. When fees are 0.19%, early turnover of 70 million in just 1 to 2 days, and 21 shares show that the crypto establishment is being taken over. Okay, what's going on with Ripple in the UK? How is the UK regulating crypto to become a world star? In a minute, let's play. The UK is one of the most important places for foreign business. This is important when it goes toward crypto. This is Crypto in 1 minute. My name is Matt Osborne, and I'm the Policy Director for Europe at Ripple. Come on, the UK is now taking steps to get the most out of crypto technology. The government and regulators are trying to make things clear in the business. They are working with major players from around the world and in their own country, which is a big step forward. Leading financial companies in the UK are already looking into what crypto means for their businesses, which is a sign that things are going well. Even though the UK is a little behind other places, it has the benefit of being the second to move. This means it can learn from other places what has orked and what hasn't. As an example, the UK wants to make it possible for foreign stablecoins like RLUSD to be used in the UK. This will help the UK's role as an international hub. Of course, it does not go down any further. You are a company worth billions of dollars. Tether, you make billions of dollars a year and you can't show a report. The SP Global has now given you the worst rating possible for a stablecoin, even though you're the biggest in the world. Is there something wrong with this? We've talked about Tether for about 3 or 4 years now. This channel has been mine for 3 years. We had already talked about it on the other line. Things are not going well. This is the reason why businesses won't call Bo Hines and say, hey, let's use Tether in our infrastructure. Right now, institutions are trying to get away from Tether. Okay, you should know that the signs have been there for years. We've talked about it for a long time. Also, what does this really mean? Let's get this over with. SP has downgraded Tether's USDT and now sees it as the riskiest major fiat peg stablecoin on its scale. This is mostly because of the reserve makeup transparency gaps and growing systemic importance. The stablecoin rating from SP dropped from 4 to 5 weeks, which is the lowest rate on a scale of 1 to 5. It was at 4 and it's now at 5. This is because SP thinks that the USDT has a much higher chance of breaking its dollar peg in stressful situations. The bond market is going to be under a lot of stress soon as the carry trade in Japan ends. That could put US bonds at a huge risk. US bonds are what Tether is mostly backed by. They're the weakest link in this whole chain. What do you think will happen to the crypto market if Tether starts to break? There is a lot of money in this, so it could be a very bad black swan event. That sounds like, let's look at this point. Coin market value. The market value of Tether is 184 billion. There are Tether pairs on every market, and many people keep their stable coins in Tether on more than one chain. What if Tether drops in value by 20% to 30%?